Just gonna wait 1 minute here. I gotta make sure my sound works. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. I've got no picture, but and give me 1 second, guys. Just trying to get this thing working right. All right, there we go. Now, I've got volume off. There. Chat on. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, Anthony, how are you, sir? Just figured I'd paint something this morning while I have a couple minutes. Um, this canvas, I made the mistake of letting it sit, and something was resting up against it, and kind of ruined it a little bit. But let's go ahead and put some stuff down. Not sure what I'm painting today, Anthony. It's just going to be completely as I go. Let's get it on there and make it look kind of like it belongs. I'm going to grab some ultramarine. Oh, give me 1 second, though. I got to lock that down or I'm going to blow that canvas off the top. And I know you know what this is, because you've probably seen it about 1,000,000 times. Especially if you've ever got a piece of sheet music sitting in front of you on a piano or an organ. You can't really see it, though. That thing. I like to repurpose stuff. They were throwing out an old organ. And I went ahead and disassembled it and saved all the wood off from it. I actually saved a lot of the electronics off of it too, but I've got one sitting in my garage right now I can't get rid of. Nobody wants them anymore, it seems. Is it really noisy in the background? Oops, you know what? My clip's not on. I hate that. I gotta remember to clip my microphone. Or all you guys hear is the whole time. This is just a little bit of titanium white. I'm going to put some dark colors in this, and I want to get some gradient color here going. Now we're going to grab, let's grab that paintbrush. So first thing I do this morning, Anthony, is you only hear me? You don't see me? Or you only hear me? Because it's not unusual for somebody not to be able to see me too. No, I think I'm good. I think you mean you can hear me and nothing else in the background. Freak me out, man. All right, let's get a this is a alizarin crimson I managed to splash on myself this morning. It's Grumbacher paint, which I only own a few tubes of. And I bought it because I watch this guy on YouTube, sometimes on Facebook, and he uses it, and it seems to have great properties for him, so I figured I'd give it a try. Not really sure his name, though, Rhymes with grayscale. Something to do with painting, I don't know. And to be honest, it was on sale. Gotta get this red in here all the way down. What is going on? What is doing that? Why is it doing that? Don't tell me my gesso wasn't completely dry. No, but you know what? We might go with this. Let's see what we can do with it. That paint wants to do that. Let's see what we can do. Didn't expect it to do that. Well, whatever. Let's go with the flow. Let's go with the flow. We're gonna change up our painting in mid-stride here. We're gonna add a little something right here. A little something right here. That paintbrush got wet. Got a little something right there. Yeah, we know I don't have good luck with audio, that's for sure. I think it's gotten better since I got this new mic, though. I haven't had very many complaints anymore about the fact that people can't hear me. Helps the microphone's 2 inches from my face. 1 inch from my face. Let's go ahead and grab that brush. Go ahead and make those all kind of fluffy. Let's go ahead and fluffy this out a little bit over here. I was going to go with streaks, but let's go ahead and make them all disappear. Well, that's what I get for gessoing a canvas. Usually I'll paint just white on them. That's okay. Let's just change it up. I grab some yellow, still mixed in with some of my alizarin crimson. Let's put some bright yellow down here. Got some yellow, should turn green, kind of orangey. Don't know what we're going to paint now. Just see what comes out of the paint tube. I gotta try not to hold two paintbrushes at the same time all the time. I want this over this way. Like so. It's coming at me. Just go ahead and throw this in there to cover that white spot. Grab my little soft brush. Kind of looks like I'm going to be going with, let's go ahead and get a little bit of the Alizarin Crimson. I'm going to add the touch of Mars Black to it. Touch of yellow. Give me kind of a brown. I'll drop my paintbrush in some water here. My water is only half an inch deep, so it doesn't get very saturated. Let's go ahead, right about there. Build as you go, I suppose, here. We'll change this up in a minute as far as brain fade for a minute. Color and stuff like that. We'll get some other colors in this. I know that's got to come this way though. Gotta work it out just a touch. Get this dark value in first. One thing about me, you never know what you're going to see next, you know? Could almost be anything. Some days I feel like breaking out watercolors, which I do have. I have oils, I have watercolors, I have pastels, I have ink. I have a spin art turntable. I'll probably break out eventually as soon as I get the ability to crank a camera down there so you guys can watch it looking straight down instead of me trying to I'm trying to make this as scraggly looking as I possibly can here. Alright, let's grab just a touch of titanium white and a touch of sap green. Sap green? It doesn't look like sap green. Oh, that's why. It's level 2 Artist Loft sap green. It's completely different than the other paint I had, but let's go ahead and put it in here. Get some dark shade. Let's go ahead and put some dark shades in here. Couple right there. Couple underneath. Right here. Let's grab some titanium white. A touch of yellow. Add some of that up here. Turn my brush over. Oops, oh, that was really white. Found my white. Grab a little bit of dark. Go ahead and add some dark on the bottom. I bet you're in your head, you're going, what is he doing? I'm creating. We're allowed to create sometimes. You know? Just kind of get my head back into things, that's all. And we'll go ahead and run this right there. Run that one like that. Gonna run this up just like this. Run this one out this way just a little bit. Maybe a little closer to the top. Give it a little up right there. Kind of looking what I think it's looking like right now. Hoping it's coming across the page as I see it in my head. Not sure where it's coming from in my head, but there's a spot in there that this thing's sitting. Which is kind of demented if you think about it. Stuff like this in my head is scary. Sometimes I wish my head would stop thinking. All the time. Alright. So we should add just a touch of white here. Here. Oh, we don't really want to add too much white. Not a lot of white. Just a couple spots here or there. Alright, you ugly thing. Let's go ahead and take this flat. Let me wash this brush first. Because it's sitting here in the water, it's going to end up killing it. So you painting today, anything at all? I mean, the baby's here today later, but I meant later. I know you painted last night. Busy man, he's probably going to take off. All right, so we got this. We got to turn that top of that tree just, oops, I let it out of the bag. I let it out of the bag, what we're doing. See, it came to me when I was sitting doing this and then messed up the top part. So let's grab some dark, which is going to be my Mars black, a touch of the alizarin crimson yellow, and Mars black mix. Let's go ahead and add, we kind of want it to be kind of this shape. And kind of this shape. Let's make it darker though. Gotta make that almost black so it shows up. Turn our brush so the black's on the outside. We'll go up top and pull this way. Let's go ahead and grab the sap green with a little bit of the phthalo green. I'm going to add a touch of alizarin crimson to it. And we're going to go ahead and add I want that a little bit round at the top though. Like so. Now we'll grab some dark. We'll just go with black, maybe a touch of brown in it, just offset that color. We'll go ahead and put some on the bottom right here, just for a little bit of a shadow. A little bit of something down there like this, just to represent the shadow of that roof that's up there. Just a little bit. Now we want to grab a little, there's that water sitting there. Must have spilled some water when I got paint on my legs. Before you guys got here, I managed to spill paint all over my pant leg. I took the cap off my alizarin crimson, and the inside cap stuck. I didn't notice, and I squeezed the tube a little bit, and nothing came out. I looked over, moved it toward me to look at it, and the top pops. Like toothpaste all over my leg. Oops, sorry about that. I ran into my mic. Alright, we're gonna grab, that might be actually too big. Let's grab a smaller brush. Let's grab a littler brush. Not you. Not you because you're ugly. Oh, now he's gonna be all upset at me because I called him ugly. All right, let's go ahead and add. Let's put yellow in there. Yellow with a touch of white, maybe. We want bright lights. We want these to be like somebody's home. Okay, add a little bit of a dark tinge to them though. Put down the dark first so I can put my light on top, and we'll deal with the other color after. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of something for a door. Let's put a window up here. I think we should add some to the roof. Yeah, let's add one right there because that little spot. Grab a little bit of that green that we mixed up for the roof, and let's throw a couple little shingles on that. Just like so. Then we're going to grab some white. Not with that paintbrush because that thing's so tiny. Let's go ahead and grab our sword tip. Gonna mix up some white and gray, but white and black, but don't completely mix it all. And let's go ahead and I think I want that just a touch a different angle. A little darker. Let's try this angle. Yep. And a touch of white again. I added just a touch of the ultramarine blue to it. That's better. A little grayer. A little grayer. Add a little white tops on my stones here. Yeah, I know, I painted some strange stuff, haven't I? I don't want them to get too far apart. Because that door's pretty tiny. Just want the illusion that there's a step. It doesn't have to be perfect. And don't worry about making this part of it perfect because we're going to go over and highlight the rocks and there we go. I'm thinking from here you could probably get down. So let's go ahead and just put the tops on our rocks. Just the tops. Not sure where this came from in my head, but that's pretty cool, I think. It's pretty cool. So far, anyway. Let's go ahead and add right there. So he's got something to walk on when he gets in there. Got himself some rocks to get down. Maybe that's a little bit too far up. And then go ahead and put a couple little somethings for him to, or her. And we'll grab a little brush. Grab some of that brown we made earlier. Throw a little bit more black in it. We want a little darker. Maybe throw a little lizard crimson in it. Get that. Maybe just, let's see if it comes out. Okay, yeah, let's throw a touch of, we're going to touch of ultramarine blue with a touch of the yellow to make this brown green kind of ugly, but beautiful at the same time. All right, let's go ahead and that brush isn't going to work for me. It's not quite what I want for a brush. It was a little thick, just a touch. Just a hair thick. So let's go ahead and go back in. Let's get some water. Make sure we don't have any stray strands sticking out. Let's try this again. Let's start down here. There we go. There we go. That's what we want. Just a few. You don't have to get carried away if you don't want to. I'm going to add just a touch of black, just a tiny, tiny bit. Put a couple in that are really dark. Turn your brush as you go. Just barely touching, by the way. You can see it's barely, and I'm just rolling it. I'm going to grab a little bit of white, just a little bit, for like halfway down. Just a couple little light ones. Clean that off, grab a little bit of the brown, maybe a touch more yellow in it so it turns a little back to brown color. And we want to do just a few little somethings right here like this. Just a little something. Don't push too hard, just let it just do its own thing right here. Remember, it's up to your paintbrush, up to you what you want to put in there. You guys can do anything you want on a piece of canvas. It's really up to you. I'm sounding like I'm teaching. I'm not trying to teach. I'm trying to just share. We should probably add a couple of those little roots or craggies or whatever we want to call them today. Probably roots over here. Just a couple. Oops, sorry about that. Smacked my microphone. Still not quite used to it sitting on my face. A little darker one there. A little something right here. Bit of craziness going on. Bit of craziness. So we're going to take a little bit of the gray. Let's go ahead and throw a couple little. You don't have to make them super apparent. Doesn't have to be super noticeable right here. Yep. Light is good. Light is good. We'll go ahead and rub that out a little bit. Just put a little tree in the background. Grab a little bit of the same color. Maybe throw a couple of little somethings right here. Let's get a little bit of liquid. Oop, that's a little thick on my brush. Make sure you turn your brush when you're putting paint on. Go up a little bit over there. A little bit like that. We'll go ahead and grab just a touch of yellow with some brown in it. Throw a couple in the bottom right here. Right, just like this. Just like that. So we have this little spot where this can have a little shadow and a little life right there. So let's go ahead and add some of the bottom because we probably don't have a ton of time left. Let's see. Yep, a little bit of time left. Not too bad. Oh, wow. There we go. Well, why not? Okay, we got blue paint still on my pouncer. On my round. So let's go ahead and use it. Let's grab some. What do you think? You're thinking dark colors. That's what I'm thinking too. Let's break out the other green. We're going to put some darks and lights. And I'm so childish. I chuckle at that every time. I can't help it, man. It's that 12-year-old boy in me. Every time I hear that sound, I have to chuckle. Now we're grabbing a little bit of English ivy, which is a deep kind of a military green almost. It's got some dark colors in it. Let's keep this ground mostly flat. Maybe a little bit of something right there. We want to leave some white in there, but not in the white. We want to cover the white mostly, but I'm going to be careful near this, but I'm not too worried about it. Let's go ahead and cover that right there. Let's get a touch more green, a little less of the darker. Put something in there. So, now I could just. Thank you. Bet you didn't know where I was headed with it. Because that's okay, because to be honest, neither did I until I started building this part And then everything just kind of fell into my head and said, hey, this is where we're going. And I think we went in a pretty crazy direction. Let's go ahead and add these darks so I can put some lights in. So just a touch of sap green in here. Just occasional brighter, because we got that bright stuff up there, so we've got to make sure we add the same type of relationship colors to it. You know, we want to make sure we get some of that. Let's add a little bit right here. Could use a smaller paintbrush, I suppose, but that would be. Cover up my bottom root, but I'll fix that in a little bit. I'm okay with covering, actually. Maybe we'll be okay. Yeah. Well, we know that I create completely. I mean, except for the occasional painting I do, everything I paint is out of my head. It's whatever's in there, and it's got to get out. Because otherwise, like last night, I just sat there thinking about what I wanted to paint, and nothing like laying in bed thinking about paint colors, and drives you crazy. Making sure I'm making people want to watch what I paint, and that is a hair. Thank you, hair. It's always about the hair. Now we're going to do some crazy stuff here. Let's go ahead and add these. Now, if you notice, I just have it on the edge of my paintbrush. So it's all these little crazy fiberish hairs that are just freaking out. We're going to let them do all the work for me. Otherwise, I'll spend the next 6 years trying to paint little fibers. That might be a little heavy. I don't really want to make uniform looking stuff here. I'm painting half a painting at a time, looks like. That's for a reason. Is that a little something right there? I'll go ahead and grab this green, add a touch of yellow to it. This is a bright, bright green. Let's go ahead and add a little something right here. It's not quite buried underneath. Those are we got a nice dark pocket right here. Something right there. It's whimsical. Excuse me for 1 sec. Thank you. Not sure if I want to put a big rock or keep going with the grass. I think I'll go with. I think first I want to take my little paintbrush here before I forget. And I want to grab a little bit of. I want to put a little bit of this root back in, just a little color of it. Doesn't have to be super noticeable. Gotta know it's there. There we go. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. I know you guys can't really see that, but for me, I know it's there. Got all this beautiful green going. I think maybe we're going to keep going with the whole green thing. And maybe we'll add some color to it. Maybe we'll do a little Anthony Gray toothbrush. Put a little bit of some blue poppies in there or something. I'm going to go a little dark right here in this corner. You know what I'm going to do though is I'm going to paint this bottom line before I irritate myself to the point where I can't deal with it. There. I don't want to go too dark right there though. There we go. And that hair is exiting. See, if you get your paintbrushes beat up enough, you can make these really cool grasses with them. And I'm painting the bottom first because I'm going to come back over this with a lighter color in a few spots. And I'm probably a little bit afraid to get too close to this thing because I know what's going to happen. Well, let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to end up losing some of my time I took on those roots, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and put them in there. Let's go with a lighter green closer to the edge. That way we don't completely destroy our base of our tree. Going with sap green mixed with a touch of English ivy. I'll go ahead and put a little bit of the dark back in so we can get some lights in there. Whoops, whoa, that was dark green. That almost looks like I hit the black when I was there. Yep, I did. Let's go ahead and, I'm not going to kill all these whites because that's actually gesso, so I mean it's painted, it's just, but maybe that'll give it some look of some white flowers in there too. Let's go ahead and add this green. Whoops, that's a wrong color green, but that's okay. No whoops about it. I meant to do that. That's perfection. Let's go ahead and grab the light green, touch of this. Let's go ahead and add a couple right here. Let's go right there. Something like this. So I didn't want to ruin those roots, and what do? I go ahead and make some of them completely disappear. Now clean that brush, grab a little touch of yellow right on the end of our, pounce her off just a hair. We're going to add just a ever so smudge of titanium white. And we're going to add some right here. And we'll go ahead and grab the yellow and the white. Too big of a splotch, too big of a splotch. We want it deeper. We don't want splotches, we want them just the tips. Go ahead and do that. A little bit more yellow. If we get a splotch, it's alright though, we can deal with splotch. We just don't really want to have to. Something right there. Let's go ahead and couple a little. Didn't take my yellow away. A little bit of a blue flower there. Let's add a couple of blue flowers right here. And we know I'm going to add some red flowers because that's just how I am. Let's add some of these two-toned. If I smush it just right, it ends up with these little white blue flowers. And let's grab a little bit of the alizarin crimson. Just a touch of white. Let's see what we can produce here. Let's see. We probably want one little group of them. If I do these just right. I played with these the other day. And I was hoping I could get them right. It looks like I did okay. There. There. You know, I think it came out pretty wild. What do you think? Thinking it works for me. I think completely off the cuff. I think the only thing we need to do is make sure somebody's home. Because let's face it, this person would probably let just about anybody come visit. As long as they love nature. So let's add just a touch of yellow to our titanium white. Get a little bit of liquid. Let's get a really light yellow. Let's go ahead and put a light on in the upstairs. Put a light in the door. And they left the light on. So there's some craziness for you. It started out with going to be making a multicolored beach scene sunset. Then it went to, all right, this is kind of looking like this really cool little hilly thing going on. And this was going to be a path, and it ended up halfway, not even halfway, about 5 minutes into it, I said, you know what, I'm making this beautiful tree trunk. So let's go ahead and add some depth to it. Tree came to me, just kept going. This is what happens when you just let your mind go and do whatever it wants to on a canvas. I think this actually, in my opinion, is one of my better paintings. It's just my opinion, because I like this one. I was thinking of putting a railing right here, but I think that'd be overkill. But anyway, looks like I did it in the amount of time I wanted to do it in, less than an hour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Anthony, if you're still here, thank you for the education on flowers and stuff like that. I watch you all the time and kind of getting to, I take millions of pictures of them, but sometimes watching somebody else paint flowers, you tend to go, wow, okay, so those two colors need to go together. And then you need to add these colors to make this pop. So, you know, you paint a different style, but you're teaching me every single time I watch you. I do appreciate it. And as always, guys, thank you for coming by. Thumbs up if you could. You know, if you like it, thumbs down. At least I know you watched. And subscribe. And as always, enjoy life. You never know. Take care.